Yo, what's up, YouTube family, man? So, I had a girl who I think she's Ethiopian. She keep asking on every video. She like, Zay, can you tell us why you're here? And I obviously I know why she asking me that. Why are you invading my country? Why you eating up all my injera? Why you taking all the women? I ain't taking all the women, but you know. Because she asked me this question, I was gonna do this video anyways, but because she kept asking me to do this question, I'm gonna make this the video that I do today because everybody wanna know. Everybody, even the Ethiopian people, man. Every time I walk around, like, they don't ask me directly. They ask somebody that I know who speaks on my heart. They be like, yo, why is he here? Why is a Nigerian guy here? I'm not even fucking Nigerian. I don't know why everybody keeps saying I'm Nigerian. I don't even feel like I look Nigerian. But when I look online, I look at I look on the TV and I see what they see as Nigerians, like Burna Boy, Wizkid, and stuff like that. I mean, I guess I look like that, but hey, it is what it is. Today's vlog cologne is Paco Rabanne. No, wait. Paco Rabanne? I don't even know how to say it. That's how you know this shit smell good. It's a 1 million. It's 1 million cologne, man. This shit right here is a panty dropper. Yes, it's so sweet. It smells so good. And because I know a lot of guys have a hard time finding colognes and stuff like that. Me too. I don't like having to go try out colognes. I want to know about a cologne and go smell it and see for myself. So if you want to go check this out, man, you can probably click the link in the description below and go to my Amazon store and check this out because it smells so good. It's a very sweet and masculine, cinnamony smell. I gave a lot of my homies this, and you know, they probably got a little play off of this. You know. Yeah, so also, man, I wanted to let y'all know that I got an Ethiopian homie right here, man. So y'all know I ain't lying. Here y'all go. I can talk to him yourselves, man. Tell him who you is.
Yo, what's good, y'all? I mean, salam nachu and nachu, you know what I mean? I'm actually from the States, you know, I'm from Texas, but I've been out here in Ethiopia for 2 years now, you know what I mean? And I've been linking up with a lot of, expats and, you know, a lot of people out here doing business, you know, from different places around the world. And I ran into Zay actually in Bola area. And, you know, we weren't able to actually speak that night because, for whatever reason, the people with him didn't believe that I was, from the United States, you know, so what I'm saying? So the crazy thing is though, man, but you know, we're here meeting locals and meeting all kinds of people, but you know, at the time, you know, a lot of people thought, you know, that, you know, dudes was fronting or whatever like that, but that's not the case. And you know, since that time, we you know, God somehow put us back on the same timing to where we got to know each other through a mutual friend. And ever since then, you know, we just been out here, you know, basically just going around doing, investment, consultations and things like that, business related matters, and at the same time having a lot of fun. So, you know, it's really good meeting an African-American brother that's coming back to the motherland and, you know, trying to find his roots. And not only that, but being respectful to the culture. And, you know, this guy eats injera more than I do, you know what I mean? So you know, so this guy right here is, man, he's a real African, man.
Yeah, I'm a Habesha now, man. I'm straight Habesha now. I'm Habesha more than him right now. You know what I'm saying? I eat injera every day. I am Habesha. Some dude, you know, he commented on one of my videos. I'm gonna put it up somewhere. He commented on my videos. He said, hey, you know, we're gonna kick you out, Ethiopia. We Ethiopians don't like you here. And I'm like, but I like it here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck did I do? But yeah, he's like, we're gonna kick you out and you're gonna get the fuck out of here, man, and we don't want you here. We Ethiopians hate you guys. We're gonna fight against you people. You know, sometimes a lot of the Ethiopians, or Ethiopians, more than Ethiopian dudes. The Ethiopian dudes be having more smoke for like me than they be having for like other races of people. You know what I'm saying? I never understood that shit. Like when I go on like an Ethiopian or a white guy or Asian guy, whoever doing some videos on Ethiopia, I never really see a lot of hate comments on their shit, you know what I'm saying? But when I see somebody like somebody that's black, West African or something like that, as soon as they say something about Ethiopia, whether it's the women, the culture, or you should go here, I always see some dude in the comment section saying some prejudice, crazy shit. And I need to understand that shit. My people never tried to colonize the people. It was even a video one time where Ethiopia was at war and my people were trying to come over here trying to help the war. And I don't understand that shit. Like, how you got more smoke for people that's the same, that has melanin in their skin? I'm like, because some Ethiopians say that we ain't the same people. Okay, well, y'all got melanin in your skin. How do you have the same smoke? You don't have the same smoke for the other people. Never. That's just what I see. That's my experience. Maybe I'm wrong. You can tell me. Comment down below. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, like I need to know, bro. You know, man. He actually got something he want to say.
See, one thing I noticed is a lot of Ethiopians tend to put Europeans or Caucasians on a pedestal, while at the same time being proud of never being colonized, and they have more hatred for African Americans or other Africans that aren't Habesha whenever they try to learn the Ethiopian culture or possibly marry an Ethiopian woman or date an Ethiopian even at that. So, you know, a lot of people need to just get this type of, you know, tribalism or colorism or, you know, prejudice out of their minds and advance, because we have more in common with African Americans than we do with anybody else in Europe or in the Americas. So that's just something that, you know, it's an inferiority complex or, you know, some sort of aspiration to be, you know, similar to the colonizer or the white man. And that's really sad that there, you know, there are some people out here that aren't as welcoming as they should be to African Americans or West Africans, because some of the biggest investors in Ethiopia are Africans. And, you know, also not only that, but there are many Ethiopians who live in the West or live in the United States, and they're working and they're also living freely and achieving the American dream with nobody having any type of discrimination against them. So I wish it was both ways.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I do too, man. I really do too. I also wanted to say something else, but also I want to get to some of these comments, man. Before I know it's this gonna be a little bit of a long video, but before I get into wild moves, I want to get into some of these comments. So I had somebody comment and they said because they know, like somebody was saying why you African Americans is here, you know, girls asking like why y'all really up in here, really in here, like we here, you know what I'm saying? We having fun, we enjoying the culture, we respecting it, we not doing nothing wrong. And somebody commented in the Ethiopian language, and it translated to saying that because it's a lawless country, the idealness of the poor people creates a strange and a respectful culture. I really think what he said, I don't know if it translated right, but the fact that he said because it's a lawless country and the idealness of the poor people, I'm guessing he said that that black Americans came over here because it's a lawless country or something like that, as if we're coming over here to commit crimes or do like strange things. But that's 100% false. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't, like, African Americans are not coming over here to do anything lawless. The types of African Americans that y'all see on TV are not coming over here. You know what I'm saying? Besides me, I guess, if y'all consider me as one of those the ones that y'all see on TV. But like most of the African Americans that come over here, they're not coming over here to do lawless things or be above the law, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. Over here, they will lock your ass up when you a foreigner. Oh yeah. You do something stupid and they know they can milk you for some money, or they even think you got money, they will lock your ass up. This ain't no lawless country. There's some shit that you can get away with more than America, but this ain't, they will lock your ass up when you're a foreigner. They love to lock up foreigners because foreigners is gonna pay that ticket. So no, don't say that we fucking come over here because it's a lawless country and we taking advantage of them. And that's another thing that I heard. Let's get on that part. We taking advantage of the poor people, or the poor. Like I heard a girl say that we coming over here taking advantage of the like African Americans or whatever black people come over here to take advantage of the poor women. Let me tell y'all something about the poor women. They are here to take advantage of us. Let me tell y'all this shit right now. Honestly, I don't deal with women who don't have at least something to bring. And I'm not saying that she has to bring money to the table, but I don't deal with women who don't have something, some type of substance to their life. And most African Americans who do come over here, the types of ones that come over here, which is two types. There's niggas and then there's black Americans. Those are two different types of people, which a lot of people don't understand, which is why they just group us into one whole being and then treat us the same. But the types of let me get back on track. But the women, what the hell was I saying? I don't remember what the hell I said. I'm gonna cut this part out.
Poor people.
Yeah, African Americans are taking advantage of the poor women. The thing about it is, one, when I was more naive when I first came here and I couldn't distinguish between a girl who was poor or a girl who had something going on, because at the time I really just didn't care about that. I didn't think that mattered. Is that those girls literally looked at me as an ATM, a bank, they wanted nothing more from me than to take advantage of me, to get money from me or a green card from me. So why the hell would I want to come all the way over here to take advantage of poor people or poor women when they want to take advantage of me? You know what I'm saying? So no, I wouldn't come over. I would just stay in America if I wanted to just be taken advantage of, or, you know, like deal with stupidity stuff. Like, I remember I was dealing with a girl that I didn't know was like that, and then like maybe a week later she asking for a certain amount of money that didn't make sense. I've heard a bunch of bad stories that came with dealing with someone that's below the poverty level, and it don't go well. You know what I'm saying? So no, we can't come over here and just deal with poor girls and then they just at our feet and then they just being slaves to us, because they in survival mode. They gonna do man. Shut up. That's what I want to say. And let me also say, some dude said I was a passport bro and I made a passport video. I am not no damn passport bro. I'm not a passport bro. I'm not even about to get it. That's it. Clear and cut. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a passport bro. And the other thing that I want to say is, somebody else said that we came over here. I don't know why it's always Ethiopians keep accusing me of shit. I don't know. It's because of, like, what the fuck? And the girl asked Naomi, the beautiful Ethiopian lady. She asked, "Why did you guys come over here?" And he commented again. It's the same dude. He commented again, "The black Americans come over here to fornicate." Now, there are a lot of black men who are thirsty and downright just horny bastards. But what man ain't? Come on now, let's be real. But let me also reiterate something. To say that a black American could come here and just fornicate, it almost insinuates that you're trying to say that y'all women are just easy, which Ethiopian women are not easy at all. Not at all in any sense. Because to even almost lay with Ethiopian women, you have to bring something. You have to bring a lot of things to the table, and they all want relationships. Like, they're not just out here it's not a hookup culture place. An African American, even if he wanted to fornicate, he couldn't come here and fornicate, because it's not, the culture doesn't really even allow it. Now, if you're talking about paying, like, who the fuck want to pay? You know how much that damn ticket cost? That damn ticket. How much did you pay the ticket? Like,
I paid about $700.
And that's one way, I think. You know, a damn two-way ticket here, or a round trip ticket here, and say you're not even staying, damn near close to like $2,000 almost right now. You think I'm about to pay $2,000, or someone that's sane is about to pay $2,000, right, to come here and pay to play? You think we about to do that? Look, when African Americans come over here, they're coming over here with the mindset of marriage most of the times. The mindset of settling down. They don't have a sexual fetish for Ethiopian women. Like, they look at them more as wife material. I just looked at a TikTok of a girl saying that once a guy said something about Habesha women and them being wife material, I run. That's what she said. That's what Ethiopian women are known for. They're not known for being promiscuous women. Like, so I don't understand why people just be saying that type of stuff. And once again, even if a dude wants to come over here and do that, he can't. And if a dude does say he came over here and was fornicating and being promiscuous, he was probably paying to play, or he's a liar. Now, I'm gonna stick up for Ethiopian women, because Ethiopian women they're not easy. They're not easy. So that's some bullshit.
Fuck it, I'm gonna get in there with you, bro.
Man, he wanna come in. You gonna come in? What?
Fuck it, I'm gonna get in there.
What? Oh my Lord, I like this. This is what I'm glad that he finally got in here, bro. Now this is gonna really make it. But yeah, Habesha, man, I understand. Like, I understand. You know, like, y'all don't want nobody in y'all. I honestly wish African Americans had the same type of closed-minded mentality with their women, with our women. Like, yo, we don't want other people to. You know what I'm saying? I actually admire that, and I'm low-key envious of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, we're not your enemies. You know what I'm saying? We're not your enemies. That's just all I want to tell y'all. We're not over here fornicating and doing baby. I know y'all watch too much TV and baby mamas and stuff like that. I got to stick up for my people. You know what I'm saying? You big baby mamas and gang bang, because that's just what y'all see about us. But y'all, a lot of y'all don't really like be around a lot of African Americans. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to be able to distinguish between the two. I remember one girl, she told me a story about how she still lives in America, and it was a girl telling me the story about the girl. She said that her Habesha husband got in an argument with a black American man, and then she was scared. She wanted to come back to Ethiopia because she thought the guy was gonna shoot her. What? I mean,
And also, what he's trying to say is when an Ethiopian person goes to the United States, the majority of the time, unless they're just very wealthy, they're gonna move into a minority community, whether that's Hispanic or African American, and the African American community embraces Ethiopians in the United States. Yeah. So I feel like we should be more embracing to, expats, tourists, and foreign investors, because that's just gonna make this country more advanced. You know what I mean? We can't be stuck in the past. So what if African American man wants to date an Ethiopian woman? Are you gonna date all the Ethiopian women? There's some Ethiopian men here that treat some of their wives or their girlfriends in very bad ways, and I've seen people from overseas come here, marry them, take care of them, change their their whole situation. So I feel like it's none of our business on what's going on, as long as the man he's respecting our local women. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just feel like that's how it should be. Yeah. And that's how it is.
Yeah, and the thing is, I've heard a lot of times about their biggest excuse is, oh, it's gonna mess up the culture. To be honest, it would mess up the culture if a man goes out and dates another race, because the woman is the one who raises the kids. So the guy is going out there, he's going to be out there working, getting the bread, while the woman is at home taking care and raising the kids. And she's going to raise the kids in her cultural ways. The only thing that's going to really change is maybe DNA structure. You know what I'm saying? But most of the kids, they're going to still be Ethiopian, Habesha, know the culture 100%, especially if they're living here in the motherland. But even the Ethiopian kids that live in America, they embrace half. Like they're like flip-flop with it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all don't even consider them most of the time Ethiopians sometimes, So I mean, I'm not gonna get too deep into that. But let's get into the reasons why we chose to come to Ethiopia, man. Now, the first reason why I chose to come to Ethiopia is because I wanted to be around people who were melanated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to be around melanated people who look somewhat like me. Even though y'all might say I don't look Ethiopian because of my tattoos, I got chains on, I'm wearing the damn thing. Yo, this thing right here on my head, girls be like, ugh, why are you wearing that? It's for girls. Hey, it is what it is. It's a fashion back in the States. It's a fashion back in the States, you know what I'm saying? But here, they think it's a woman's wear, but hey, it is what it is. But I just wanted to be around people that looked like me, and especially in a place where like there was no colonization, right? I wanted to see what that looked like. I could go to any other African countries, but they all colonized. So I wanted to see what an uncolonized place looked like in Africa. So that's one of the reasons why, I just wanted to fit. And also I wanted to get the feel of what it felt like to be a white person that lives in America. When you're the majority of the people, you know what I'm saying? You get a better sense, you know what I'm saying? And this is one of the places that I chose. Why you come back, bro?
Well, I came back because being that my parents are both Ethiopian and I've never ever visited Ethiopia, it's always been in the back of my mind. I got Ethiopia tattoos and, I speak the language. I learned the language actually, back in the States because, I was immersed in the Ethiopian community. So, coming back here, I thought I spoke Amharic until I came here, and my Amharic was not as good as I thought it was. So I learned my language, and I learned more about the culture, and my family's proud of me that I came back here. But not only that, but I also wanted to get away from a lot of the toxic things that are going on right now. You know what I mean? In the West, as far as like all of these, this racial stuff that's going on. And like he said, when you come out here, being a melanated man, nobody's paying attention to you. Nobody's profiling you. Nobody's worried about you. You know what I mean? It's all love. As long as you showing love, they showing love out here. So, it feels good being the majority. So I'll give you, I'm going to say that's one of the major things that made me want to come back and see how the country is.
Facts. So that brings us to number 2. The second reason why I chose Ethiopia is the culture. Believe it or not, I love Ethiopian culture. A lot of the beliefs that Ethiopians hold about, the stuff that goes around the world and, the things that they believe, I hold dearly. I actually believe in it too. The things that a lot of Ethiopians are closed-minded on, I am closed-minded on as well. Now, I'm not going to say some of those things that I believe and I'm closed-minded on because this is YouTube, and YouTube's more of a liberal platform. It's an American platform. I can get canceled if I really say what's on my heart about what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like we know. We know what we believe and what we don't believe. Especially if you're not a liberal Ethiopian and you're more conservative. More people out here are very conservative. You know what I'm saying? Maybe sometimes too damn conservative, but for the most part, people out here are conservative. And like I said, I love the culture. I love how, you know, just the women dress. You know, sometimes I wake up in the morning, I just see a woman just covered up with just her traditional attire on. That's so beautiful to me. Just seeing a woman just being respectable. Like, I'm not used to women talking to me and saying you know, in a small tone, feminine voice. Like, it's just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? How the people react to each other, and they treat each other, and they just treat each other with such respect. Like, I don't really see a lot of yelling and disrespect, or, you know, like, especially like in America where I'm from, there's a gender war going on. There's gender wars, race wars, all type of stuff, and it's more on a psychological level. Like, it's not even physical level. Like, there's a psychological war that's going on here, man. Like, you see families together, the family structure is still strong. You know what I'm saying? People going to church, religion, like, all of that stuff is beautiful. That's how it reminds me back when back in, like, where people were talking about the 1960s and 70s and stuff. Even though, like, racism was hard back then, it reminds me of how that era was, you know what I'm saying, before the crack era, before, you know, the hip hop era, before everything changed in my community. But, you know, I just like the traditionalism, the traditionalism here, if that's even a word, of here, and it's just, I feel like I just went in a time machine. So the culture is just beautiful, man. They feed each other, women feeding you, you know what I'm saying? Guys are just getting along, you know what I'm saying? People don't even really fight here like that. Like, it's just beautiful.
You know, the second reason I probably came out here is because as far as financially wise, you know, you could do much more in your country, especially when you're, you know, an investor, or, you know, you're trying to help your family out, you know, like start a business, or, you know, things like that. Right now, you know, the cost of living in the States is very, very high. And out here with what you pay on, you know, a rent in a bad neighborhood, you could be living in a very, very nice neighborhood out here, eating very well, enjoying yourself, you know, recreation and things of that sort. So I just, you know, I came out here to just see my roots. You know, I visited the countryside, saw my family and things like that, helped my family with whatever I could help them with. And, you know, they were very grateful. And, you know, coming, you know, from a place as privileged as the United States,
yeah,
you're not coming out here without helping the fam out. But at the same time, you know, I really came out here, you know, for financial reasons, because, you know, I just really want to see how far I can make it. You know, I'm 31 now. I just turned 31 a couple of days ago. Yeah. So, you know, I'm trying to set my roots down. And, you know, dating in the U.S. is very difficult right now, because as far as, like, you know, the women, they're just, the things that they're looking for is not a traditional lifestyle. And that's what I'm trying, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. So out here, there are women that are looking for marriage. They're, you know, they're trying to settle down. They want a serious guy. So as long as you can provide for them, I feel like you have a better chance of, you know, starting a family in Africa, anywhere in Africa, you know, rather than in the United States.
Yeah, man. I'm going to actually dig on that later. You know what I'm saying? He actually digged on that early on, but I'm going to actually talk about that type of stuff later. Now, the third reason why I came to Ethiopia is because the agendas that are being pushed in America. Like, can I say this stuff?
Don't even. Trans agenda? Don't even mention that.
I mean, you guys know the types of agendas that they're pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna try to be politically correct a little bit, but like the gender, yeah, the gender. That was a good one. The gender agenda that they're pushing, especially in schools, on TV, the race mixing that they're trying to push and stuff like that. It's getting way too modern. Like, there's no balance. The utopianness, the feminism stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's out of hand. It's out of hand. Like, people can't even raise their kids nowadays. Like, they got this media raising their kids. It's school raising their kids, and you don't know what they telling your kids. You can only tell once you see the other generation and how they think. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then like, they make it to where they want to raise your kids and make them believe whatever the hell they want them to believe. And I just, that's not the type of place that I want to be in. Like, it's a reason why it's hard to live in America. Like, it's too many psychological problems. I can't get too profound into it because of, you know, some reason. I gotta stay politically correct on the channel, so I don't want my channel to get shut down. So see, I can't even say certain shit. I gotta be scared to get my channel shut down. I thought there was a such thing as freedom of speech in America. No, it ain't, not no more. Especially not online, at least. Online is a different set of rules. But I digress. Now the fourth one. I'm guessing it's the fourth one. Now the fourth reason why I chose to live in Ethiopia is the cost of living. Now, Addis Ababa is no laughing matter when it comes to the cost of living. It is expensive here. It is heavily expensive, depending on especially where you're located. Like if you want to be in the more tourist place, which is we call Bole area, it's highly expensive and stuff like that. And you might not get what you pay for. Like you could pay for $1,000 place and it look like some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't get a bang for your buck for the stuff like that. That's the only thing that I don't like about here. But like you can also get a place that's a little bit more outside of the city, which is a little bit far. That's fairly cheap. That's fairly cheap. And you know, food here is cheap, man. In general, man, I eat it every day, man. People are like, yo, how don't you get tired of it? And I try to tell Ethiopian people, like, I wasn't brought up on it. Y'all ate it your whole lives, you know what I'm saying? So I can eat this all day, every day. And well, I'm a person of habit. So once I start doing something, I don't feel like thinking about other stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to just give me some Nigeria, give me some Mr., give me some Dodo Wet, give me some Alicha, Dulet, tips. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to think about that type of stuff. I just want to eat, bring whatever. I'm gonna eat it, you know what I'm saying? Because I love, like I said, it's so good. Like, I don't even know if I can live without Ethiopian food no more, but it's good, it's cheap, it's healthy. Like, it don't get no better than that. You know what I'm saying? The new American dream is to live outside of America, especially like if you're black. Because if you're black, you guys gotta understand, like, what us black people, we've been in America for damn near so long, and slaves and all this type of shit, that we don't even understand that being in America and living in a place where we're the minority, and all we know is being a minority, especially we don't know where we come from, it's unnatural to be like that. It's unnatural to be born in a place and you're the fucking minority, and then you're born around people who treat you like garbage shit, and you have to fight for equality every damn year. You know what I'm saying? That's not normal. You're supposed to be in a place, you know what I'm saying, so you don't get profiled. And well, even in Africa, there are some prejudices and shit, but there's no racism here. There's prejudices, there's biases, there's all these types of, there's tribalism and shit like that, but there's no type of, like, there is no racism. There's no system that really has to make it 10 times harder for you to fucking to do something because of the color of your skin. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, fellas. So like you especially you if you black, you have to come to Africa. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying? I picked this for my own personal reasons, and y'all hearing them right now. But you should want to come here, man, so you don't have to deal with the profilism and the. By the way, he over there cooking rice right now, man. What kind of rice you cooking though?
Basmati.
Is it just basmati?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know what that is. But yeah, he had to go cook some. But still, you know, you want to experience what it's like to be the majority, just to be like where you see police officers that look like you, nurses that look like you, lawyers that look like you. What the problem with black Americans is what a lot of people on the outside don't get to understand about the psychology of a lot of black Americans that's raised in the hood, raised by single mothers, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we're put in a system to where it's meant for us to fail. You know what I'm saying? So we have to dig our way out. Versus when immigrants come over here, they don't really put y'all in a system like that. But if you're immigrant and you black, you know what I'm saying, you're still gonna get treated like that. I wish my homie was here right now so he could tell you about how he, you know what I'm saying, his treatment in America, especially being profiled and stuff like that. But like, when you over here and you see people that look like you know, like black Americans, like a lot of them, black American men, I'm not gonna say the majority, it's not the majority, but a lot of them, they think anything outside of being a drug dealer, a scammer, or a rapper, an athlete, you know what I'm saying? Is there anything else? They think it's corny. Because most of the time they see somebody on TV who don't look like them that's in those positions, you know what I'm saying? And they wanna be in places where people look like them, which is most of the time in sports, hip hop, actors and stuff like that, some stuff like that. And then after that, they don't think that they can make it in any other sector because it's corny. Like we're so fucked up in the head like that's just how a lot of them really believe, and that's what fucks us up sometimes. And like most black American men, black Americans, they would rather, you know what I'm saying, sell drugs on the street than be told what to do by somebody that's not of their race, you know what I'm saying? Or even somebody of their race. They just don't want to be told what to do. Black Americans have big egos, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what a lot of people don't understand about us. And what a lot of black Americans don't also know is they can get trade skills and stuff like that and just be their own boss, but they not thinking like that. Nobody told them. Nobody teaches this shit in school to them, so they don't know that, you know? But I know that, you know? What about you, bro? Like, did you get profiled and stuff like that? Like, did you have the black experience once you were living in America?
Well, of course, you know, because as far as the people that have, you know, issues with racism, they don't differentiate the difference between a native African American, right, and a foreign African American or a person from Africa. We're all the same to them. So that's just with people, you know, with issues with racism. But as far as, you know, like profiling and things like that, yeah, I've experienced that, you know. But sometimes I put myself in a situation to where I was forced to be watched, you know, by the way I was moving. You know what I mean? Because at the same time, I've had, you know, lots of white friends or, you know, colleagues or, you know, business partners and, you know, things of that sort. And they were very cordial, very nice to me, and I didn't feel any type of prejudice from them. But, you know, there is always going to be a certain group of people that are going to hate you no matter what. No matter how educated you are, no matter how nice you are, no matter how law-abiding you are, there's going to be people like that. And of course, I experienced it. And that's why, you know, I'm really, you know, against people discriminating against foreigners, you know, when we come out to Africa, because I feel like the love that I was shown in the black community, you know, it was beyond anything that I could have asked for. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was never, you know, of course when you're younger you get bullied for being African. You know, there's little things like that, yeah. But everybody's getting bullied at that age. But yeah, later on in life, you know, there are people that have respect and love and admiration towards Africa, and you know, I really can't complain about the experience in the United States. But, you know, of course, there are certain things that I wish, you know, could change. But there's always going to be ignorant people, so you really can't do much about that.
Yeah, facts. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And to piggyback off, he said with when he was young, you know, you get picked on. Like, yeah, when you come over here, like I've heard a lot of Africans, you know, they said that the African booty scratcher shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, or a lot of, you know, African American. That's usually when we're young, we say some shit like that. But at the same time, every group of people have some type of prejudice towards them, which is why, like, with Ethiopians and stuff like that, when they do say certain things, they in the comment section and stuff like that, I don't really take it personal because I see what they do here to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually see the tribalism shit, and I'm like, damn, they just, you know, and I'm not about to get into that because it's just, that's not something I want to play with. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So, but the fifth reason why I moved here was the food. The food, oh my God, I love Ethiopian food. And I'm not gonna be long-winded on this, but I love Ethiopian food, man. I love injera. I love all the food except shakla. I can't do it. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't do it. I know y'all about to try to murder me, but I just don't like shakla. I don't know, man. It don't taste. It just tastes like hard, like especially the like where they make it at sometimes. I can't eat the meat. The meat too chewy. It don't really have any seasoning on it, like. And then it's this little hot stuff that I dip it into, and it burns the shit out of me to where, like, I remember one time I felt it in the back of my head, and I was like, yo, it was that hot. I couldn't believe it. But shakla, I can't do it, G. I can't do it. But I can do I can do everything else, man. I can do porridge. Part of y'all, or is that Eritrea?
Yeah, that's porridge. Everybody.
Okay, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Gunful, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's I eat all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I just love the food here. The food here is so delicious. It's soul food to me. Like, it's food for the soul. You get what I'm saying? I'm sure, like, I can't wait to go back to the States to actually try Ethiopian food in the States and see the difference. And, like, if I can actually taste the difference of the injera, the misir, all the stuff, the dinage, all of that type of stuff, wet. You know, I want to see what the difference is, or if there is a difference. And I'm sure there is. But, yeah, the food. Now, the sixth one, and we about to come to the end because this video is very long. The sixth one is nightlife. Now, nightlife here is not crazy, But it's fun. Now, I'm gonna actually do this. This is actually gonna have to have its own video, nightlife in Ethiopia. Me talking about it and showing you around, because you know it's a lot that goes into it. Like it's not like nightlife in America where, you know what I'm saying. But I do not like the nightlife here, and specifically for the fact of that I know no violent shit is gonna happen, even though, you know what I'm saying, like I can actually go out and enjoy myself. And the nightlife here, yeah, I'm gonna do his own video on that shit. But now the last reason why, and this is, drum roll please, everybody wants to hear, the dating and the relationship aspect here in Ethiopia, man. See, I love Ethiopian women. I love them so much, right? That I was gonna get a black woman tatted on me, but I'm gonna get an Ethiopian woman tatted on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a tribal Ethiopian woman where you know it's Ethiopian woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think like everybody get the Ethiopian tattoo. I want the Ethiopian woman tatted on me. You know what I'm saying? I could get the Ethiopian tattoo, or I don't know. Cause my kids, they gonna be Ethiopian. I can promise you that. They gonna be Ethiopian. But dating and relationships here, like, compared to the States, this also gonna be its own video. This also gonna be its own video. I'm not gonna get too deep into this shit, but compared to the States here, man, like dating here, if you really want to come here and just get married, it's literally like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not gonna say it's like that. It's depending on what type of man you are. Like if you're a man of substance, a high value man, especially if you're having problems in the States with dating and stuff like that, and you're not getting what you want, women flaking on you, ghosting you. You know what I'm saying? You know, you talking to a girl in America, y'all could be talking for 2 weeks, y'all can be kissing, making out, then all of a sudden she just gone somewhere. Like she just leave. That type of stuff don't happen here. To be honest with you, like if you were an Ethiopian woman, you know what I'm saying? Like it's to the point now, like if I'm with an Ethiopian woman, that like I have to really make sure that I really like her, because it's not just easy to just be like, okay, I'm done with you. She ain't let you go nowhere. She done with you when she want to be done with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I've dealt with that too much to the point where like I have to make sure I really vet an Ethiopian woman like to the bone, to where like I know like she's for me, like, you know what I'm saying, I can keep her, you know what I'm saying, because you can maintain relationships here. It's not, you're not gonna just break up and then that's just it, or you know, it's not no hookup culture. Like, you know what I'm saying, like once a girl fall in love with you here, she's in love, you get what I'm saying, and she's gonna treat you good. Some of them, I'm not saying they all good though. I've had a couple instances, y'all. So don't just think that I know the stereotype behind Ethiopian women is that they just submissive and they go. But I've been here 2 years, man.
They're more traditional. I wouldn't say submissive.
Yeah, that is perfect. That's actually perfect.
They're willing to stay in the house, clean the house, cook, raise the children.
Yeah.
Of course, they're free to go wherever they want, nightlife and things like that. But they're more attentive to their man's needs than I would say a Western woman is.
Right.
Western women want to be independent right now, and salam, brother.
All right, y'all. Sorry for that little interruption. This damn mic. But that's basically it for the video, man. Like I said, on the nightlife and the dating aspect, I'm gonna go a little bit more profound in it on another video. I got a whole bunch of other videos and vlogs that I haven't uploaded yet or even edited because I'm being lazy. Fuck, it's annoying to edit videos sometimes. But stay tuned, man, because there's gonna be a lot more, you know, content that I'm gonna be dishing out to y'all. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this. And this is the reason why me and him came to Ethiopia, came back to the motherland, man. So y'all follow him on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. And hit me up if you got any questions or concerns or comments. Well, not really comments. I really don't care what you think. But, you know what I'm saying? Hit me up. Deuces.